Look, why weren't you cuter? Why weren't you? And Ed Howe created the programs and made making all trail sides.
But he's still the most requested surgeon in the hospital. You see his reviews online? Struggle to the reckoning, to the moment you sit in that auditorium.
Generation Nigerian. This is my culture, right? I grew up wearing these pieces.
Hello, William.
I actually started Zumba while I was in grad school.
I'm doing good. How are you? So what'd you think of the football games?
What the hell are you guys doing here? I thought you were going downtown.
And now that we know who's going to the Super Bowl, who are you going for?
There are certain sentences that have never been said on television before, like, who wants some pickle pie? Or, I can clearly understand Sofia Vergara. Tonight, we are going to say more things that have never been said. It's time to play Say What?
Oh, man.
Two teams of four will try to successfully relay a message.
Patriots won the first game, and then the Eagles won the second game. It was Patriots and Eagles going to the Super Bowl. Who are you going for?
Hello, you guys. Who are you?
Had more fun driving my bitchy friend.
Of course not. Please. What is going on?
Hello, Paul. What'd you think of the two games?
I'm coming from the market. I bought dinner for my kids. Wait, where are my children? Your children are fine. They're with police officers. What? What happened? Are they okay?
Please, your children, they're safe. We do have some questions about your husband.
My husband?
You made some allegations.
So who you can go for in the Super Bowl, Paul?
Do you remember those?
Patriots or Eagles?
They killed him. Who killed him? Stephen developed an infection after his surgery. He was in agony, but they never cared.
Same here. Hey, William,
It would be very frustrating to you that the people you
go to
the death of your husband.
Paul's channel. He's got a couple videos up.
Doesn't come close.
I just watched your one of the haulers there, Paul.
The father of my children.
You heard about the murders at the supermarket?
Yeah, of course I've... Wait a minute. Is that what this is about?
Was your husband suffering? If you thought that there was somebody else who was going to go through that kind of suffering, it's understandable that you would want to do anything in your power to prevent that from happening.
I did the only thing that I could do to honor my husband. I raised hell, and the hospital settled with me.
You don't sound too happy about that.
Okay,
I have
cool.
children to support. What else could I do? But happy? No.
Your son ain't watching, is he,
I had to
Paul?
reduce my husband to a dollar amount. I want my kids brought back here now, or I'll sue you.
Car's clear, Coop.
Okay. I think it's funny that you lied to him. Said you wouldn't put it up on YouTube or anything. Him putting that cat litter in the grocery cart.
None of the other patients we tracked down in Floria's office could ID Mrs. Lawford. It looks like she got a pretty solid alibi. But a disgruntled patient still makes sense. How about we get a subpoena for the doctor's files?
He has over 70 patients that fit our demographic.
Not gonna fly. Judges are...
Roof.
To study how much velocity was lost, investigators reassembled everything the bullet passed through. A beef roast was used to simulate the victim's neck. Behind it was a piece of plaster ceiling, and behind that, a section from the roof.
He looked like a pretty cool kid.
The bullet was fired. Its speed was tracked with a chronometer, a device that works very much like a radar gun.
There was a great deal more energy lost by the bullet in passing through the victim and the ceiling and the roof than was originally thought.
The next step was to determine the angle at which the bullet left the house. Gunshot residue told investigators approximately where the killer was standing. knew where the victim was when he was struck. And the hole in the roof
Yeah,
told them where the bullet exited.
Okay.
Investigators
We kind of sound the same a little bit, but not too bad.
trajectory, which was
I got a little bit deeper voice.
If the bullet is going almost straight up, then the horizontal force due to air resistance is small. And so you can solve the problem of a bullet going straight up because it's a one-dimensional problem and get something that you can work with analytically.
At a speed of approximately 850 feet per second, the bullet exited the house at a 68-degree angle. With gravity and wind resistance factored in, scientists predicted the bullet would be fairly close.
Yeah, I believe so there.
We asked a local treasure hunting club to use their metal detectors, and we marked off the entire yard and field beyond the house with a grid. And then we asked people to search this grid for that bullet.
And they found it, just 90 feet from the house. It was a .38 caliber bullet.
We were very excited. We had our missing link. We had the bullet. We really believed this was the bullet that killed Walter Yoakum.
Unfortunately, it was of little value.
Initially, I was pretty excited about it, but then I was discouraged because the bullet was so mangled that it wasn't going to give us any ballistics.
The base was still relatively intact, and about maybe a quarter of an inch up the base was intact, but other than that, it was pretty mangled.
Now investigators needed to identify some suspects. There probably was no prior relationship between Walter Yoakum and the killer. So investigators checked police records for anyone arrested for burglary around the time of the murder. There was only one, James Dobson.
I like to create my own signature blend.
I think you have to have at least
Original.
At least 10.
In fact, I am going to join you.
Good morning.
Morning.
What's the matter?
My flavors are off. I need Skadoodles.
What?
Give it to her. Her flavors are off. So, how is yours? Delicious. Right? Oh.
We know Alice has returned to Underland. Do you know where she is?
I've been considering things that begin with the letter M.
GP or specialist?
It's another badly scratched. These cattle have been on their feet, I would say, at least 5 days. Haven't had any food. I own cattle myself. I've been around them my whole life. And I know when a cow's about to go down, these cows probably will not make it through the day if we don't do something about this.
Yeah, all right, man.
You can tell they're very cold, they're shivering, they're tired. So now we kind of move into the action of what are we going to do to try to help these things out. You got a rope? We can try to do one at a time. Put a rope around his neck, hold it tied to the side.
So our plan is we're going to extract these cows one at a time. We're going to get a rope on their neck and see how Dustin and Zach can handle. I thought you was a cowboy.
Yeah, we can work them a lot better on foot, I'm with. Anyway. Come on, now.
I've worked cows many a times. Actually swimming with the cow is kind of
We get out and get it tied.
Y'all ready?
I'm not sure on that.
Back up.
There you go, Aaron answered.
Go in. All right, she's coming. Hold on, her head's underwater. She's going to drown.
Since my New Year's resolution to be safe stuff, people keep asking me if I missed something. Just waiting around trying to protect your house from a lightning strike give me the same rush as being golf ball size hail? Of course not. But if you can stick to your New Year's resolution, then I can stick to mine and be the best road flair. What? You couldn't even last 2 weeks? In that case, consider Mayhem officially back. So get all state. I mean, best protected in 2018. Mayhem.
There could be a scammer, Aaron.
People are good inside, and we know something about that because we help people feel good inside. Culturelle supports digestive health and overall wellness.
That's me. Earlier I was going through my Facebook messages.
Culturelle, be good inside.
What seems to be the problem?
Just some cramps. Hold on. Say it's like stabbing knives. Sometimes I have to call in sick.
Any pelvic pain?
Kinda. Say it's like something's hammering at my uterus, even when it's
Yeah, I agree.
Same with sex.
Speak up. Actually, it's all terrible.
If you have painful periods...
Okay, William. I'll look for you after the stream.
Ask your gynecologist.
My computer's down right now.
1 in 10 women have it, yet many don't know it. Learn more at speakendo.com.
Natural Bliss has turned the creamer world upside down with almond milk creamers that are deliciously creamy. Made from real almonds and Madagascar vanilla, all natural, just got delicious. Natural Bliss almond milk creamers. Stir things up.
Hey, Dustin. Grab a seat. Nice to meet you. Have you ever had car trouble in a place like this?
Yes, it was like the worst experience of my life.
7 lanes of traffic, and I was in the 2nd lane.
When I get into my car, I want to know it's going to get me from point A to point B.
Well, then I have some good news. Chevy's the only brand to receive J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row.
I definitely feel like I'm in a dependable vehicle right now. I want...
Hey, Aaron, did you see Ron's video earlier? The second one?
No one burns on my watch. Try Alka-Seltzer Ultra Strength Heartburn Relief Chews with more acid-fighting power than Tums Chewing Bites.
Amazing. I have heartburn.
Ultra Strength from Alka-Seltzer. Enjoy the relief.
Today, what are you going to give? Give 30 more seconds on your Peloton. Give it from right here in your living room. Give it your best morning, noon, or night. Give it up for New York's best instructors live.
That was cool that Joey Gase mentioned us.
Give yourself 1,000 other riders to push you to the top. Give it up for this song. Give more than you ever thought you could. Give your home the one thing that will make you give it all.
Hey, NASCAR Heat 48 fan. How you doing tonight?
5-inch TV for less than $30 on DealDash.com. I got all this for less than $50 on DealDash.com.
These aren't actors, they're real people who got real savings at DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. At DealDash.com, you can save up to 99%, but hurry, everything...
Yeah, it's Joe Gase.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
At first I thought it was Carl Long, but then I remembered his at a go-kart track with Joey Gase running a go-kart. That's what Runner's doing today. And I apologize for ending the stream earlier during the football game. I got a thing at the bottom of my screen about a copyright thing, saying this video will be showing that this may be showing copyright. We may end your stream. So I went ahead and ended it myself. So, William, sorry about that. That's why I ended it. You can't show games like that on YouTube. I almost got a copyright strike for it.
Current's trying to pull us down in the opposite direction we're trying to go. So it just makes for a completely different circumstance than any of us have been in.
Okay, hold on more, Justin. Slow down.
Stop. Pull up.
Yeah.
Let her stand there a minute. Maybe if we get behind...
That's why... Yeah, nearly. That's why I ended it quick as I did after I saw that notification pop up. Then I started another one titled Sorry. Waited like 10 minutes and no one came in.
That's it.
I went ahead and ended it as well.
Look, getting that green stuff right now. We end up moving all the cows. We didn't know if it was going to work or not, but the more we did it, the better we got. I think the first one took about an hour, and by the time we moved the last one, I think we had it down to about 20 minutes.
If we weren't here, I know these cows would not have made it. You know, I'll sleep better tonight knowing that I've done something like this.
Ultimately, in this situation, I think it was a positive outcome for everybody. You know, a couple of my partners wanted to be cowboys. It's not every day you get to be a game warden and a cowboy.
In Galveston County, the weather is cleared, but across the state, more than 200,000 homes have been damaged. 40,000 people are still living in shelters.
No grocery stores, there's no gasoline. We have absolutely nothing. Right now, I'm going to our Texas Parks and Wildlife dispatchers. They haven't had any food, and they're starving. No, I can actually see the bridge now. I can actually see, like, banks. You guys can all share this from everybody. Since Harvey has hit my area, the community has put in an enormous effort to get everything together. I've never seen a community come together the way it has. So I have a lot of food here. You guys can share it with the Harris County guys, and you're very welcome. I'm going to Hometown Heroes Park. It is one of our shelters here in Galveston County. I'm just going to make sure they have plenty of food and they don't need anything. The energy inside is pretty much chaotic. We're shuffling a lot of people around different centers, and they're just trying to get everybody organized.
I mean, you can stream like games and stuff, William, but you just can't stream like TV shows like you wanted me to there.
Everybody's been affected by the storm, so these shelters are taking anybody in that they can, from the old to the young to, you know, all walks of life. There is no race. There is no social class. I'm trying to get everything to you guys now. It just breaks my heart that these people are losing everything. If it wasn't for the citizens of this county, we would never have gotten the people out that we did. I'm very thankful that they were able to put their lives at risk to help others that needed it.
Y'all have a place down here? Yeah.
Don't need no help.
All the trouble we having is snakes.
Oh, snakes?
Coming up in there.
They bad?
Yeah, they bad.
Yeah.
Coming in there after my chickens.
Really?
The chickens had to get on the house at night to go to roost.
Yep. Well, hey, when all this flooding's over and them fish go to biting at the shoals, call me.
Believe it or not, they're biting right now.
Really? If we down here working, we get hungry, we know where to stop.
Just holler before you come up in there because we load you.
Okay. There. We'll see y'all later.
Tell them.
Morgan Edmond.
Hey, wow, man.
Are you still in the north part of Jasper County?
Yeah, we're up here on the Nathan's River.
Now you got a water rescue. We've got 6 people, approximately 6 people with kids.
All right, buddy, we'll get it taken care of. Thanks. There's a young mother there with an 18-month-old baby, which is going to be our priority. Yeah, that's it. Easy.
Oh, man.
The moment you realize you're ready to make dinner, but your oven isn't.
At Lowe's, we have more appliances to choose from, so you can get the right one at the right price right now. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's.
Hurry into Lowe's and get up to 25% off select appliance special values.
You have goals. Subway has a fresh fit menu. With 2 servings of veggies and 24 grams of whole grains, Subway has 8 6-inch subs with 400 calories or less. Try the fresh fit menu, only at Subway.
I was born during the winter of '77. I first met James in 5th grade. We got married after college and had twin boys. But then, one night, the truck didn't stop. But thanks to our forester, neither did our story. That's why we'll always drive a Subaru.
People are good inside, and we know something about that because we help people feel good inside. Culture L supports digestive health and overall wellness with the most proven effective probiotic. Culture L, be good inside.
When you have a cold, stuff happens. Shut down cold symptoms fast with maximum strength Alka-Seltzer Plus liquid gels.
Hey William, if you're talking about on Messenger, like Facebook Messenger where you can video chat, I can't do it anymore. Grandpa blocked it on my phone.
Delta Shield spray. A powerful spray for cleaning. A powerful shield to help keep from splashing. Delta Shield.
Because my phone bill kept going up from I used to do dating, looking on dating sites because I'm looking for a girlfriend, and it ran my cell phone bill up, just mine. It's all Grandpa blocked stuff like that.
So you guys figured out time travel.
Blocked all the special media stuff like the dating sites and.
In 2 minutes can shop over 10,000 vehicles. The Drive Time Machine, only at drivetime.com. I really don't.
Yeah, I know, but it was running my cell phone bill up.
Under there, and there's
You got tired of it.
don't really have much of a choice.
Man has achieved great things, but nothing compares to finally answering the question that has tormented humanity for far too long.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
It's either that or because my safe mode on my phone is turned on. Still, I can't get it to turn off. When I was streaming sometime last week, when my phone went dead,
Y'all ready to get out, huh?
Yes, ma'am. How many folks are coming out?
we streamed something before I got sick.
You and the little girl and
Before I
and then everybody can get in this one.
had my issues. I was streaming, my phone went dead during the stream because I didn't have my cell phone charger plugged in. And it automatically turned my safe mode on. I can't get it turned off, so it's blocking my flashlight, my messenger, my Play Store, like for games and stuff.
Back here, sit down.
What do you think about that boat ride? You like it? How old is she?
She'll be 2 in October.
Oh, really? She's a cutie pie for sure. You like this boat?
Like boat ride.
She likes boat riding. How long have you lived down at the river?
6 months.
You say you done with it?
Yeah. I moved in with him, so I'm done. We're done. We're gonna sell it.
A lot of people would love to be right on the river like that. I mean,
It was nice, but it never floated like this. I didn't think it was gonna get bad.
I hear you.
Thank you.
We were able to evacuate folks who didn't want to be on the river anymore. Got them to the shore, and they had family there that was going to take them and get them safe.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. You bet. 4 days ago, Texas Game Warden Dustin Dockery was heading out on patrol.
Hi, baby girl. Bye bye. Say bye.
Today, he and his family are picking up the pieces of their home.
I'm located east of Houston. Okay. What we received up here is the dirty side, or what we'd call the east or northeast side of a hurricane. We didn't get the wind, but we got the full effect of Hurricane Harvey. So after about 2 days of rain, we couldn't get back into the house. The water was actually moving through here. It wasn't just stagnant water that was standing. It was actually some fluid water. This is actually the water line where it crested or where it stalled out at. When I first started taking on water inside, we'd already had the furniture up a couple blocks. When it was about 2 foot deep, we grabbed all our paperwork. I grabbed the bedroll, grabbed that pillow, and went up to the fire station and just left it. Back here, you can see how the water level was coming through. Obviously how the fence is pushed, and then the back part of the fence, that's where the watershed was trying to get its way to Cedar Bayou. You see a lot of stuff, and then whenever it's your own house and your own neighborhood you're having to work in, it's a pretty tough deal. But at the end of the day, there was nothing I could do about my house with 5 or 6 foot of water in it. There was people that needed out, people that needed help. So with all the people we've had showing up, myself and my wife, we wanted to make sure to keep track of everything. We've had a lot going on, a lot of people that have offered their help and showed up and have done any amount of work. Anybody that showed up here and has grabbed a board or helped us dry something out or help us move something, we wanted to make sure after it's all said and done, we can remember that they'll be part of it. So inside our garage, we made sure everybody that's been a part of it has signed the wall. It's something that we're going to look back and be able to thank these people, and they'll always be in this house.
How are you, buddy?
Good. Raining.
Off and on.
This program features real-life events and contains images that may be disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
No, Aaron asked me what's it gonna be like tomorrow.
Proven guilty. Coming up.
Last I saw it was supposed to rain.
Here it comes. Good girl.
We have a guy who fell out of the boat who is missing, so we're putting time right now to make this a rescue and not a recovery.
I'm not sure on the temp.
Birds in this part of the country don't live underneath rocks. Here we go. You got permission to be down in here? No.
From the White Mountains of the Northeast to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, the conservation officers of New Hampshire stop at nothing to protect the wildlife.
Did you kill the deer? Tell me the truth right now.
Preserve the resources.
Come on out, guys.
Catch the violators.
Fishing game.
Thank you for your thoughts and prayers and for respecting our privacy during this very difficult time. Now, throughout the day, others have stopped by Albert's house to drop off flowers in a show of support for his family. Police cleared that crime scene in front of the house early this afternoon. They say officers have been responding to Albert's house for reports of someone threatening self-harm. When they arrived at the house, the garage door opened and a car rapidly drove toward the officers. Police say one of those officers fired into the car, shooting and killing the 17-year-old. Now, a police spokesperson told us last night that that officer is physically okay, but that he's very shaken up. He is placed on administrative leave per emergency. Reporting live in Overland Park, Nathan Vickers, KCTV 5 News.
All right, Nathan, thank you. A man is dead and a woman is fighting for her life after a shooting near 27th and Denver in Kansas City. Police found the victims inside a parked car this morning after neighbors reported hearing gunshots. No word on any arrests at this time. Anyone with information or who may have seen or heard something unusual in that area around 11:15 this morning is asked to call the TIPS hotline at 474-TIPS. Your anonymous information could get you a reward of up to $2,000. Developing right now, a vote to reopen the government in the U.S. Senate has been delayed until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Leaders from both parties just announced they were unable to reach a deal that would fund the government. That's because they spent most of the weekend blaming each other for the shutdown instead of working on a solution. Senators piled into the elevator after bipartisan talks to get the government back open.
We're making progress. We agree on. What is
a group of moderate Republicans and Democrats looking for a way to pass a 3-week funding bill.
The senators in that room believe we're all losing when it comes to government shutdown.
And to secure a guarantee Congress will address so-called dreamers, undocumented immigrants brought to this country illegally as children.
We want to see a commitment to take up that pressure. We believe that we'll get to a good result for dreamers.
The shutdown started Saturday morning after the Senate failed to pass the spending bill. Federal workers are bracing for tomorrow morning when hundreds of thousands could be on unpaid leave. Several lawmakers are expressing concern if they don't resolve this now, each side will just dig in more.
That is absolutely critical that we not continue this, number one, on behalf of the country, but I think also resolution gets more difficult the longer we wait.
And there's already lots of finger pointing.
Democrats voted to shut down the government because they were impatient to get a solution for these DACA young adults. All along, the president's saying, well, I'll do DACA and Dreamers and return to the wall. He's got it. Can't take yes for an answer.
The White House called Senator Schumer's accounts false and said the president's not negotiating on immigration while Democrats hold the government and, quote, our troops hostage. The president is again calling for Republicans to change long-standing Senate rules if they can't get the 60 votes needed to pass the spending bill. He tweeted out, quote, if a stalemate continues, Republicans should go to 51%, also known as the nuclear option, and vote on a real long-term budget. No more continuing resolutions. Until the federal government is reopened, many national landmarks will remain closed, including the Truman Presidential Library in Independence. The World War I Museum and Memorial in Kansas City will remain open. That's because it's run by a private nonprofit. One of America's most recognizable landmarks will reopen tomorrow, even without federal funding. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has worked out a deal to keep the Statue of Liberty shining at New York State's expense. Governor Cuomo claims the revenue from tourists will triple the expenses. A similar deal was reached during the government shutdown in 2013. New developments tonight in the scandal surrounding Missouri Governor Eric Greitens. One day after sitting down with the Associated Press, Governor Greitens is answering questions about his affair on camera. Missouri's top office holder sat down with a news station in St. Louis to again deny accusations he tried to blackmail his former hairdresser, who he admits to having a sexual relationship with in 2015.
Vic, this was a consensual relationship. There was no violence. This was all consensual. Everything that's been, all of these allegations, there was no hush money. There was no violence. There was no threat of violence. There was no blackmail. There was no threat of blackmail. There was no threat of a photograph of blackmail. Those things are absolutely false.
The governor has done his best to stay out of the public eye since admitting to the affair on January 10th. That was prompted by a report from our sister station, KMOV, in St. Louis. The governor has resisted calls to resign and plans on rolling out his budget proposal tomorrow. CBS This Morning will have live reports from Jeff City tomorrow morning focusing on the affair and the governor's political future. You can see that starting at 7, right after KCTV5 News this morning. New details tonight on the California mudslides that are now being blamed for more than 20 deaths. Traffic on the 101 is moving again. The busy stretch of road has been buried under mud for the last 2 weeks. People heading into LA during that time were forced to take a 3-hour detour. The devastating mudslides now sits at 21. The body of a 28-year-old woman was discovered late last night. 2 people, including a 2-year-old baby girl, remain missing. New developments in a bad flu season that's quickly getting worse.
Get to the freaking weather.
Filling up hospitals and doctors' offices across our area and using up the state's blood supply. Missouri has been one of the states hardest hit by the flu outbreak this year, and health officials are putting out the call for blood donations. The problem is twofold. Regular donors aren't coming in while they're under the weather, and more patients...
What's they ouch for?
This is normally low for us at this time of the year. We work real hard to plan for the holidays and the cold weather, but the cold and flu season has been, this is something that we weren't anticipating.
Blood banks say they could use donations of every blood type. Happening this week, pro-life advocates will turn their attention to state capitals after marching on the National Mall last Friday. That includes in Topeka, where protesters are expected to gather on the 45th anniversary of the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court decision. The march will begin at the Topeka Performing Arts Center at 12:30. Royals fans across the country will remember Yordano Ventura on the 1-year anniversary of his death tomorrow. 25-year-old pitcher was killed in a car crash in his home country of the Dominican Republic. Players paid tribute to their fallen teammate by wearing black Ace 30 patches last season. On Tuesday, we'll get an update on how the city...
How many 20 minutes before they get to the weather?
Brand new single terminal at KCI are coming along. The city attorney will update the city council on issues
reaching an agreement with Edgemoor. The company picked to lead the project suffered a setback when the council rejected a memo of understanding back in December. A youth group at Prince of Peace Catholic Church in Olathe learned an important lesson about giving and receiving as part of a unique clothing drive. It's the 8th annual Give and Get Exchange. People were invited to take, donate, or swap out coats, shoes, and even purses. The students say the event would not be possible without all the community support.
I'd say our feature items this year would be the hats back there that have been knitted, over 200 of them. So the same lady comes in every year and donates them. And it's just they're really nice hats, and people love them.
Every single year, we just see how happy people are getting all these items that they want, or just someone just finding like one coat. They just might just want to do it the next year.
The drive was started by the brothers when they were 8th graders as a way to give back to the community. The gift of life, years in the making for couples desperate to become parents. Next, how frozen embryo adoption helped this local couple handpick their family. Brett.
Beautiful spring-like day ending with spring-like thunderstorms, all part of a big storm system that even packed some snow. We can see some of that tomorrow evening. We'll time it out with the latest timeline in your Storm Track 5 forecast in just a couple minutes.
You're watching KCTV 5 News at 10.
Hey everyone, it's Gina. This week on Do Your Job, find out exactly what it takes to work at Kansas City's biggest linen supply. I feel like my fingers are going to get like sucked in. And that's coming up Monday morning on Do Your Job.
Closed captioning provided by St. Luke's. Let our surgical weight loss expert take the first step towards a healthier you.
When storms roll in, we roll out with the most advanced weather vehicle available. Cameras, sensors, precise technology, and backed by the most accurate team at KC. The Storm Track 5 Mobile Weather Center.
Hi, I'm not letting you in. No more apps.
I can let you gain Kansas lottery points so you can enter second chance drawings and win more.
Okay, you can come in.
With the Play On app, you can gain more points and win more. CKSLottery.com for details.
As our sleeping city awakens, we're here. We love our work, and we train to be the best. When we come to your home, we bring more than 50 years of commitment to quality, service, and integrity. This is what sets us apart.
Call your servicemen from AB.
Calvert's Express, auto service and tire. Hey, Calvert, aren't all your shops full service? That's right. So you handle everything from oil changes to engine changes, brakes, exhaust, power windows, head gaskets, and more? Right. And at the best prices? Right. How can you do...
Do you need more room? No, I'm good. You need more room, girl?
I'm good. You need more room, Dad?
No. More room if you need it. Thanks, but I'm good. Go.
Gum? No, I'm good. Gum?
Ew, give me kale.
The Volkswagen Tiguan, the not-so-compact SUV. Right now, lease a 2018 Tiguan S for just $189 a month. Now with the People First warranty. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Billy Joel will rock Kauffman Stadium this September, and KCTV5 has your tickets. Just watch KCTV5 News this morning at 6 a.m. all this week for the secret code. Then register at KCTV5.com to win a pair of tickets to see Billy Joel in concert, presented by Live Nation, the KCTV5 News app.
Still there?
For Kansas City with live video, today's top stories, weather, traffic, and more. Download the KCTV5 News app now.
We are your backup singers. You've always wanted to start a band, but who's got time for that when you gotta pay bills? Anyway, we just need a lead.
Your dreams are waiting, and the Kansas Lottery has more ways for you to get to them.
Thank you, Kansas City.
For making KCTV5 News your most watched news at 10 p.m.
There are a lot of options for couples who struggle with infertility. One option recently made news because the mother and daughter could have grown up together. That's because the couple adopted a 24-year-old frozen embryo. Embryo adoption is a choice one local Missouri family made. Here's KCTV5 investigative reporter Angie Riccone.
About 10% of all couples struggle with infertility. There are a wide range of options.
Yep, that's what I'm setting up.
Consider adoption. Tonight you'll meet the Burnett's, who decided the best choice for them was frozen embryo adoption.
We adopted embryos, and they were like, well, are they viable? And I'm like, well,
Well, they're 12.
Yep. This is Ian and his twin sister Emily, middle schoolers who explained to their friends they were adopted as embryos.
Then I tried to tell them, and then I just kind of looked more confused.
The Burnetts struggle with infertility and the choices before them.
I think for us it was, you know, trying to figure out a way to have kids when, you know, the doctor tells you, hey, you can't have kids of your own.
We were worried about having leftover embryo.
Then they learned about embryo adoption. They could adopt someone else's leftover embryos.
And I thought, hey, this is a great solution.
And it was. Anne became pregnant with twins.
It's just a wonderful thing to be able to, you know, to experience the pregnancy.
Meet little Emily and Ian. Today they are preteens, brother and sister who are biologically related to another family who also struggle with infertility. The two families meet once a year. Like any open adoption, the kids understand their history. Emily has a box of memories from visits with her other siblings.
And she made this. Most of the pieces are off of it, but it says, I love my sis.
An embryo adoption works much like a traditional adoption. The bio parents have a choice in who adopts the embryos, and the prospective parents review the biological parents. Advocates say it's more economical than traveling overseas and less risky than traditional adoptions, where birth mothers change their minds about 20% of the time. The CDC reports there are more than 1 million frozen embryos in the United States.
Wow.
Embryo adoptions have been around for more than 20 years. It's just not as popular as other forms of adoption.
Like such a miracle that, this, I think she was chosen for us. It's perfect, I don't think we chose her. I think she was chosen.
You speed it up a little
Embryo
bit.
adoptions recently
Speed it up a little bit.
when a young couple from Tennessee shared their story of infertility and success.
I don't know.
It turns out the adopted embryo was almost
There.
the same age as the parents.
If this embryo was born when it was supposed to be, we could have been best friends. I remember finding out it was a boy and a girl, because we were like, this is our only chance. I'm 40, and it's like.
The Burnetts are sharing their story.
He's bouncing a lot.
Realize there are many options for couples struggling with infertility. Embryo adoption has about 40% pregnancy success rate, and there are more than 5 embryo adoption agencies across the United States. Angie Riccone, KCTV5 News.
What a great story. Well, Drone 5 was overhead at Loose Park today where people were out enjoying a break from the cold weather finally. The playground was an especially popular place, and some even managed to hit the tennis courts. Hope you were able to enjoy some time outside before the rain moved in.
Now, your Storm Track 5 forecast with meteorologist Brett Anthony.
And the rain moved in right on schedule, about 7 to 7:30 tonight. We still have rain and a few thunderstorms to deal with. And as we take a look from our Shawnee Mission Medical Center camera, I have it pointed up to the north and northwest and a little bit to the west. This is I-35 towards Shawnee Mission Parkway. And you might see a flash of lightning in the evening sky here if you're looking out to the west. Live out to the west, you certainly will, as thunderstorms continue to work their way up to the north and east. This thunderstorm here may have a little bit of maybe, let's say pea-sized to dime-sized hail with it. It looks to be in a weakening phase, but it's headed for Smithville by the bottom of the hour, eventually up toward Trimble and Plattsburgh and Lathrop here within the next 45 minutes. It will widen things out here. This thunderstorm here at one point may have had some nickel-sized hail, but it's weakened considerably now as it moves to the north of Bonner Springs and through northwestern parts of Wyandotte County out toward the Legends, and it continues to move up to the north and east. It's all associated with this upper level low pressure area that is going to be spinning up into northwestern Iowa tonight. If this thing came due east, we'd have all of this snow right here in KC, but that's not going to happen. This will move to the northeast. We may still get brushed by the back edge of the storm with colder air coming in late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and giving us a chance for some snow. 55 right now in KC, 32 in Kearney. What a change tomorrow will eventually bring. So let's go over the next 24 hours. Middle part of the night, 50 degrees, rain and thunder, southwest winds at 6 miles an hour. Tomorrow morning, we're down into the 30s with some scattered rain. It'll be colder, but not icy. Then as we head toward the noon to 3 o'clock time,
yeah, it's supposed to rain all day.
As temperatures get closer to the freezing mark, And then tomorrow evening, blustery, snowy northwest winds, 25 miles an hour, and about 3 to 5 hours of some snowfall, very possible tomorrow evening. So here's forecast track, and it's handling this next little cluster that'll move through very well between 11 and 1 a.m. And then we're dry tomorrow morning, but it doesn't last long. By the time mid-morning to the noon hour takes place, we have rain mixing with snow, and then we go into this band of snow tomorrow late afternoon into the evening. And again, it lasts till about 10 o'clock, kind of weakens a little bit, and moves away.
About noon, we're going to run into mix of rain and snow.
So how much are we talking about? Well, the adjusted totals will look
tomorrow.
To Warrensburg and Clinton, maybe just a little crusty dusting there. A half-inch at Kansas City, 0.8 of an inch at Lawrence, and around Metro KC, anywhere from Liberty to KC to Lee Summit, Grain Valley, Overland Park, Olathe, Lewisburg, Paola, about a half-inch to maybe up to an inch if everything came together just right. It may have a hard time sticking to the streets because the temperature's been so warm today. 55 currently with a west wind at 10 miles an hour. Will drop to 48 by 3 a.m. with rain and thunder chances possible up until then. We'll also see fog and temperatures falling overnight with southwest winds still 10 to 15 miles an hour. Then tomorrow, 33 with your chance of afternoon rain and snow mixing and eventually changing to snow tomorrow evening. And we'll have that 3 to 5 hour period of some snow with less than an inch accumulation. Here's the 7-day forecast. 25 Tuesday morning, maybe a few spots where it's icy Tuesday morning. 38 Tuesday afternoon, upper 40s Wednesday, upper 50s Thursday and Friday, back to 56 Friday with a chance for rain.